Welcome back to Fit for Life with Karen. Don't forget that. Today we're going to talk about something that we might be doing too much of, especially now when we're in the house more, watching movies, watching the news. I mean, everyone is interested in the news today. We do too much sitting, and we talked about this once before, but I need to remind you of these things. Too much sitting is bad for what? Your circulation. Your heart has to work harder to circulate blood and oxygen throughout your system. The brain uses 20% of our oxygen, and the body must move to deliver that fuel to the body and to the brain. So sitting is bad for both circulation and for your concentration, especially as we get older. We kind of have problems with short-term memory and concentrating of things. We need to be a little bit more centered. And what's good for that is meditation, which we're going to do more of as time goes by. But your attention span decreases, and it becomes difficult to pay attention. So we want to pay attention, especially to what's going on in our world today. So today we're going to start with aerobics to make sure that we do get that blood going and the circulation going. And it'll be kind of fun, and the music actually makes it feel easier, I think. So we're going to start today. I'm just going to move things back a little bit. I'd like you to stand up. Either stand in front or in back of your chair, any place where you might be able to grab something just in case. So I'm going to turn the music on, and we're going to start. And we're going to do this for approximately 10 minutes. So that's a good workout to start with. All right. Let's start just by bouncing the knees. Nice and easy, up and down. That easy? Good. Then we'll do something else that's really simple. You're just going to kick your legs out a little bit. Good for balance. Aerobics is good for balance. Let's lift that knee up, and you can use your arms if you want. Good. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3. I feel better already. It kind of wakes me up. Wonderful. Now kick again. 1 and 2. Can you kick a little higher this time? And 5 and 6. Good. And 7 and 8. Again. 1, 2. We always do at least 8 of everything, don't we? And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And you know, if you want to make a little style to it, do whatever you want with your arms. Good. And 5 and 6 and 7. Stop right here now and just bounce. Watch those knees. How do they feel when you do this? It shouldn't bother you unless your knees are in really bad shape, right? Good. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So we're moving up and down, side to side, front to back, side touch. Arms out. We're going to use the arms too. You get a better workout when you use your arms. It takes a little more effort. We just want to get that heart rate up a little bit. Good. Good. You're not used to me not talking, are you? So I guess I'm talking again, right? Here we go. You're going to reach up. Your feet aren't moving, but open them a little bit. Good. Reach. Nice posture. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. So we did 16 of those, didn't we? How about to the side? You don't have to move your head this way unless you want to. So let's look straight ahead at each other. Reach. Reach. Good. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, reach down. I bend the knee a little bit when I do this. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Reach up again. Getting a good stretch and a good aerobic workout, right? 2 fitness components, and reach way up this time. Up. Great. You might even get taller. You never know. Good. Stop right here and point your toe. And move your arms in opposition. 4, good. Just touching with your toe, and 5. Keep going. Great. Now, if you're feeling out of breath, you know enough to stop, right? Good. And 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7. Can you do 8 more? Yes, you can. And 1, and 2, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Lift that knee up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Touch your shoulders if you want to. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Easy so far, right? All right. Stop here, feet apart. You're just going to bend your knees, side to side. Side to side. Wonderful. Bring your arms up to your shoulders. Bring that elbow across. We'll get a nice stretch for the waist. That feels good, yes. Keep going, and a 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6. Keep going. Great. Are you with me? I hope so. And stop. Now lift your elbow up. Lift that elbow up. Good. And 4, and 5, and 6. So you kind of feel like you're dancing, maybe doing a little jazz number here. Elbow up and up. Good. 6. And last one coming up. Now we're going to reach up. Bend those knees. Up. Bend those knees and up. Bend. Up. This is kind of a full body workout. When you do this kind of an exercise, you're using your arms and your legs. Up. And great. And down. And up. And up. One more. Just one more. That's it. But now we're going to just cool down a little bit, so we'll just do our little side-to-side thing. Doesn't matter which side you start on. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Now your heel. 1, 2. So these will be super easy, but you're still moving continuously. That's what gets your heart rate up. You really need about 10 minutes, 20 minutes for a decent walk. Anything after that is just frosting on the cake, right? Good. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Now just march in place. What could be easier than that? Let's get those arms up. Great. 7. Now no arms, just the legs. Good. And 5, and 6. Small steps. Now just lift that knee up a little bit. How's your balance here? And 4, and 5. I'm going back, aren't I? I didn't realize I was that far forward again. And up, nice and easy. Good. Good. And 5, 6. Stop right here. Just lift that heel up, then the other heel. Good. I like this one. See what I'm doing with my arms and my hands? Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And keep going. Good. Let's bring those arms up to the side. Great. Hold them. And down. Wonderful. One more time. How do you feel? You should feel a little tired. Unless you're walkers and you walk every day that you can. So we're going to turn this off. Relax for a minute. Grab some water. Make sure you have a chair that's sturdy, because when we hold on to it, we don't want it to do something like that, right? Because that would be a surprise. So what we're going to do next is stretch the upper body. Yes. And then we're going to stretch the lower body. So stretching or flexibility is also one of the fitness components. So we've done some aerobics, right? A little bit of stretching and reaching. And then, of course, strength we did in our first class this week. We do strength training twice, so we'll do that again the show after next. So we always do strength training 2 times a week, not on consecutive days. Always have a day in between or 2 days in between. So let's grab our bands. And because I'm always talking about what? Posture. It's because it's so easy to forget. So we're going to stretch and actually do a little strengthening. That just happens with the exercise itself. So you're just going to hold on to the ends of the band. And I know you know this one. You're going to lift it up and up and up. Now, if you can't go any higher than this, all you have to do is this. Just pull that band out. Pull it out again. And pull it out. How does that feel? If it's too easy, move the hands in just a little bit. So you're going to feel it a little bit more. We'll say this is 4, and 5, and 6, good, and 7, and 8. Now bring your hands together and then just bring the band down. Drop your chin down for a few seconds. You've probably been tensing those neck muscles, right? So we're going to drop that chin right down. Lift your head up, look up at the ceiling, and then look straight ahead. And you're going to turn that head as far back as you can. Good. And as far back as you can to the other side. Back to the front again. Let's do that ear drop. We've done that many times. And then to the other side. Terrific. But I would like to do our posture exercise. I'd like to see you do this every day, even if you just did this one on the days that you haven't done strength training. So you're just going to go back, 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 and drop that band down, or as far down as possible. Again, for those of you who cannot go all the way back like this, just wherever you stop, just pull the band out 8 or 10 times, right? So let's try it again. This time I'd like you to breathe up through your nose as you bring the band up. And then exhale through your mouth as you bring the band down and back. Feel your shoulder blades coming together. That's the cervical area of the brain, isn't it? So you're going to breathe up of your back, rather, and down and back, and then bring it up again and down in front. So we'll breathe up through the nose, out through the mouth as you bring that band as far down as you can. Just do what you can, but if you're consistent, you'll be able to do a little bit more each time. I can almost promise you that. So let's try it again. Breathing up through the nose and down and back. Doesn't it feel like you're really doing something? Now, if you can almost do it, but not quite, make sure those hands are right at the end. It'll give you a little bit more band and a little bit less resistance. The closer the hands, the more resistance. So we'll bring it up, up, up. And let's say this is 5, even if it isn't, right? And down. Try it again. Up and down and back. And you can just feel those shoulder blades coming together. Your posture is improving. So we are stretching, but we're also strengthening at the same time. Wonderful. All right, let's do this. Take the band, put it under one foot, either one, kind of in the middle so your toe hangs over a little bit. Great. Holding on to the ends, and we're using our arms to do that. So all this time we're strengthening our arms too. But look at my posture. It's going already. I can feel it. So let's sit up nice and straight. Pull that chin in. All right, your leg is straight. Your thigh is on the chair. You're not trying to lift the leg all the way up. Well, why don't let's try it. We'll try it. What the heck? We're here anyway, right? Pull it up. So you can get a better stretch if you use your arms to bring or to help bring that leg up. Doesn't that feel good? And 4, and I feel it in the abdomen too. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Let's do 10. We'll try it. And 9, and 10. Put that foot down. Come forward first before you let go of the band so it doesn't really snap. Straighten those arms and just let go. Great. So this is a good way to stretch what? The hamstring. Quadriceps, 4 muscles, 4 big muscles. Hamstring, I don't know how many, to be honest. I know there's at least two big ones in there. Underneath, whichever foot you didn't do before, holding on to the ends of the bands, sitting up straight, and you're going to pull your leg up using your arms. So up and down. Feel your abdomen tighten, your tummy, if you want to call it a tummy, that's okay, a lot of people do. Up and down, and up and down. Good. Up. So we're stretching the lower body, the arms a little bit too, but we're also strengthening. So some exercises do all three things, which is great. We'll say this is 6. Pull it up, 7. Flex that foot a little bit. I think it's probably already flexed anyway. This is flexion, right? And when you point the toe, that's extension, or extending the foot. So we're extending and flexing. Let's straighten those arms. It makes it a little bit easier. Let's try it. Flex, extend. Let's try it with both legs at the same time. So we'll drop that heel down, come forward, straight arms, and just let it go. Now, if you're getting thirsty, just grab some water. Don't forget, lemon water is good for us, unless you're not supposed to have anything acidic. So keep that in mind. I think most people know what they can do or can't do when they have a physical problem, right? We all go to the doctor for our checkups. Take the band under both feet this time. Don't know if we've done this one quite like this before. And you're just going to lift those feet up. Your legs are out straight. We're going to flex. So in other words, that toe is coming back toward my head or my face, right? Let's straighten the arms and just point and flex. So we're pointing, flex, pointing or extending, and then flexion is the opposite. So it's point, just back and forth with your feet. Doesn't it feel good? So it's a nice exercise for the lower leg to stretch the foot out, and the ankle, and the calf. But you're always holding on to this band, aren't you? So you're always strengthening your upper body. So let's stretch the upper body a little bit too, all right? So we're going to pull back. Feel that in your what? Tricep, the back of the upper arm. Try it again. This time just breathe out when you see the posture. I have to remind myself. Back. Feels pretty good, doesn't it? So you've got good posture. You're tightening the abdomen so it looks kind of smaller. Stretching, strengthening, having fun. The only thing this isn't probably is aerobic at this point, unless you were doing it really fast, right? So let's put the heels down. We're going to come forward and just let go with one hand. Not bad, huh? Let's do this again. We're going to take the band, put it under the foot, kind of in the middle. Just holding on to the ends this time. You're going to lift your foot up. Let's put the forearms right down on the arms of the chair. Don't forget your posture. And you're going to pull up just a little bit and push down. 1 and 2. Good. And 3 and 4 and 5. Not too bad. Really strengthening those arms and your quadriceps on that side. The leg that's pushing, right? Keep going. Oh, I'm going to say 7. We'll do 10. 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. Heel down, come forward. Let go with just one hand, not both hands. Let's try the other side. Under the foot, in the middle, holding on. I kind of turn my hands this way, so my palms are kind of facing here. Nice and straight, forearms down on the chair. Remember, the closer the hand to the foot, especially in this case, the more difficult it's going to be. So we're going to push down, get some resistance, and then we'll do some just stretching after this. And this is 3. Sitting up straight, don't forget. And 5. And 6, and 7. How does it feel? I like this one for some reason. If you have arthritis in your hands, it might hurt, but you can also purchase or order online bands that have handles on them. Keep that in mind. It might be easier on your hands. The bands are kind of tough. Okay, enough of that. Let's put the band down, and from here on in, it's going to be mostly just stretching. So I'm going to take the band and put it right here on the arm of the chair. I'm going to grab a little water, and we'll have a nice stretch. Tastes good. All right, let's start at the top. Here's what you're going to do. You can come back a little bit in the chair. Hands here, and then pull yourself right up. And as you pull your hands into your knees, you're going to straighten up, pull the shoulders down. You're actually arching your back a little bit. You're actually stretching the spine a little bit, or elongating it, or straightening it out. So you do become a little bit taller. All right, now you can relax that chin right down. Close your eyes if you're tired. All the while holding this in if you can. I think it happens naturally. That's why I've mentioned it to you at all, because it does happen naturally. You just kind of tense a little bit, and that's where it gets tense. So you're going to look up at the ceiling again like we did before. Feel a stretch here. Now look straight ahead, and we're going to turn the head as far as we can. Not your body, just your head. So you're going to turn back. Good. And then to the other side. Now when you do this on your own, you can do this a little bit longer, 8 to 10 seconds, and hold it there. Hold it at least 10 or 15 seconds. Try to keep that in your mind, because this isn't really much of a stretch. You've got to hold that, and then the muscles will release, and you'll be able to go a little bit farther. Great. Now we're going to still do something up here. It's going to be for our neck, the side of the neck. So we're just going to drop that ear to the shoulder. Good. And then we can come up. Remember, you're going to hold everything longer. We'll hold this one a little bit longer. We'll say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, that's what 10 seconds feels like. Now you're going to clasp your hands together. Bring those arms up. Now just release. And you're going to reach straight up with one arm, just one arm, and then the other side. Doesn't that feel good? I love the way that feels. Reaching up. Take your wrist in your hand and actually pull that arm up just like this. So you're using your own body to stretch with. Up, up, up. And then the other side. Pulling up and up. Wonderful. All right. Now, hands together again. This time I want you to pull your shoulders down. It's a little more uncomfortable, but you don't want to be scrunched up like this all the time. You want to pull down and elongate and lengthen your neck and your spine at the same time, right? Palms are facing, and you're just going to reach way up and pull that down. So you're reaching up, you're stretching the shoulder and pulling down. Try it again, reaching up. And your arms are getting tired because you're not used to doing this, right? And up again. And you can do 10 sets of that if you want. Not bad, right? Something we may not have done before, you can actually do this while you're doing aerobics when we get really good at aerobics, okay? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to bring your elbows back. This will flatten out your back, stretching, opening up the pectoral area that gets all congested with our poor posture. So now we're going to stretch all of that out. Elbows back. You're going to cross your arms in front. Now bring your arms back straight. See that? Cross. No special way. Don't worry about that. Just bring them here. Elbows back, cross in front, arms straight, cross in front. You really have to think on this one, don't you? But it's a nice exercise for the upper body, stretching the upper body back and out again. We'll say this is the 4th set. Elbows back, good. Just something a little different, and back. And I think it feels good. Can we do that while we're moving? I don't know. I did once in an aerobics class. Let's do a couple more. I know you can feel it because you're not used to doing it. And this will be the last one. Good. Wonderful. Bring those arms down. Give yourselves a hug. So what are you doing? You're putting your hands on your shoulders. Now you can round your back. So this is called spinal flexion. We're flexing the spine. Wonderful. You can keep your head up. You never have to drop your head down if you don't want to, if that's uncomfortable or it makes you feel dizzy. And then we're going to sit back up, clasp your hands together. We'll do just the opposite, spinal extension. So pulling back and back. Try to pull the shoulders down if you can, very gently back. And it's going to be difficult because you're not used to stretching like this, right? So the spine can flex, the spine can extend, the spine can rotate. How can we do that? Take this hand, cross it over, and I want you to turn in the opposite direction first. So if your hand is here, you're turning that way. And just hold. It's going to feel a little different, but you're getting a nice stretch from the waist all the way up. Good. Now take this hand, cross it over, we're almost through, and pull yourself around. Good. Wonderful. And we're going to stretch the ankle before we go. We only have a few seconds left. I can't believe it. Time goes fast when you're having fun. Legs out straight. Let's circle those feet. And we need to do that because of the aerobics. We've been standing and moving. And then the other side, and do as many as you can next time. 8 or 10 one way, 8 or 10 the other. So that feels pretty good. So again, I'm giving you different combinations of all of the fitness components. So I hope you'll come back tomorrow. We're going to have kind of an interesting class, I think. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.